The movie commences in the vibrant year of 1984, a time filled with global celebrations, cultural shifts, and unforgettable experiences. You know it's 1984 when every mall smells like hairspray and your biggest flex is owning a Walkman. Against this dynamic backdrop, Sonny Vaccaro, a seasoned and passionate talent scout, works diligently within Nike's fledgling basketball division. He's like Jerry Maguire with a sneaker addiction. Less show me the money, more show me the rookie. His role is critical, yet he faces a daunting challenge: to discover groundbreaking basketball talent capable of elevating Nike's standing in the fiercely competitive basketball shoe market. The stakes are high, and the pressure mounts as Nike's competitors continue to dominate.
How you doing, Brandon? I'm Sonny Vaccaro. I'm with Nike. It's good to see you. I'll come down and say hello. Hey, Terrence.
Hey, man.
How are
Thanks
you?
for the shoes.
Yeah, they're looking really good. I mean, everybody's going to want you. You're not going to have a problem. You're going to get a scholarship. That's going to happen, right?
I hope so.
Hey, just don't forget about Nike.
At this pivotal moment, Nike struggles to keep pace with its formidable rivals, Converse and Adidas. Market research reveals a staggering disparity. Converse commands an overwhelming 54% market share, while Adidas holds a respectable 29%. In stark contrast, Nike languishes far behind with a meager 17% of the market, barely making a dent in the industry. The numbers paint a grim picture, highlighting Nike's uphill battle for relevance. Within Nike's headquarters, Howard White, the head of the basketball shoe division, observes a troubling trend. Adidas isn't just succeeding, it's resonating deeply with American youth. Run DMC did more for Adidas than any marketing agency ever could. Their rapid ascent is fueled by an unexpected cultural force: the explosive rise of hip-hop. Adidas sneakers have become a symbol of street credibility, embraced by rappers and trendsetters alike. This cultural cachet makes Adidas the go-to brand for teenagers, leaving Nike struggling to connect with a younger demographic.
And people don't know what the hell a Nike is.
What's a Converse?
NBA All-Star shoe, play like Magic, dribble like Isaiah. That's what it is, man. Do you know Run DMC doing a song about Adidas?
Who?
Run DMC making a free song coming out on their next album about Adidas.
Who's doing it?
Meanwhile, Converse solidifies its dominance through strategic endorsements from basketball's biggest stars. Legends like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird don Converse sneakers on the court, reinforcing the brand's association with excellence and legacy. Their influence is undeniable, making Converse the default choice for aspiring players. Nike, however, faces an identity crisis. Despite its success in the running shoe market, its reputation among basketball players remains lackluster. To athletes and fans, Nike is synonymous with jogging, a practical and uninspiring category that fails to capture the imagination of the sport's rising stars. This disconnect leaves Nike's basketball division floundering, its lack of profitability making it the company's weakest link. Adding to Sonny's frustration is a disturbing revelation. Nike's iconic slogan, "Just Do It," has a dark origin. Yep, turns out one of the world's most inspirational phrases was basically death row poetry. The phrase was reportedly inspired by the final words of a death row inmate before his execution. This unsettling fact weighs heavy on Sonny, amplifying his doubts about the company's direction and branding.
You know, I like that new slogan, the one for the whole company that they're talking about.
I don't like it.
What?
You know where it came from?
No.
That damn slogan came from a convict about to get executed in front of a firing squad, and they asked him, "What's your last words?"
Just do it?
Yeah.
That's where that comes from?
Yep.
Bullshit.
Dan Wyden told me, man, he ain't got no reason to lie to me.
Yeah, kind of a fitting metaphor for the way basketball is viewed at this company.
During a tense strategy meeting led by Rob Strasser from the marketing division, the team scrambles to identify a new NBA rookie to endorse their brand. Their first choice, Hakeem Olajuwon, is a non-starter. He has no interest in partnering with Nike. The second option, Sam Bowie, has already signed with Converse, while their third and most promising target, Michael Jordan, is on the verge of finalizing a deal with Adidas. The situation feels hopeless. With each passing minute, the competition's grip tightens and Nike's options dwindle. The team's morale plummets as they confront the harsh reality. They're being outmaneuvered at every turn.
Don't rush into any thoughts. Come on, fellas. What about Lancaster Gordon? Anybody?
Louisville.
Louisville. He went to Louisville, Bill. That is correct. I wrote it right there. How about, what do you think about Charles Barkley, the round mound to rebound? Could be a little bit of a reach for us at pick 5.
Clubhouse issues.
Clubhouse issues? What does that mean?
As the meeting drags on, they evaluate alternative candidates. Sam Perkins is discussed, but concerns about his marketability arise. He lacks the photogenic appeal needed for a major campaign. Other rising stars like John Stockton of the Utah Jazz and Charles Barkley of the Philadelphia 76ers are also considered, but reservations about their long-term potential lead Nike to dismiss them. By the time the meeting adjourns, the mood is bleak. No viable leads remain, and the team disperses with a sense of defeat.
Have you watched him play?
Yeah.
What do you like about his game?
He's got great court sense. He's got good vision.
He had 33 assists last season.
I like his play. I like the
Okay,
guy's
all right,
good.
no, it's all right.
He's
No,
got
he's
charisma.
going to be
He's
a
got
good
flash.
player. He's going to be a good player in Europe in 4 years when he's out of the league.
Okay.
No, you like Mel Turpin because he's a sixth pick in the draft. Nobody's going to give you shit for saying you like the sixth pick in the draft.
Yeah,
Rob exits the room, heading toward the restroom. Sonny seizes the opportunity, following him inside. In this unorthodox setting, Sonny makes his case. They should abandon their scattered approach and focus entirely on Michael Jordan. Rob hesitates, acutely aware of the financial constraints. Nike's budget is a modest $250,000, a sum intended to secure 3 players, not just one.
I didn't say it's ideal, okay? It's a name, which is better than what you've
Rob.
given me, okay? Yeah.
Rob.
What?
What about Jordan?
Oh, Sonny, we can't get f***ing Michael Jordan, okay? I listened to Falk for 3 hours. He's too expensive.
Undeterred, Sonny approaches Phil Knight, Nike's CEO, hoping to secure additional funding, but Phil is unmoved. The company's recent financial struggles have sparked discussions about shuttering the basketball division entirely. Phil argues that running shoes are far more lucrative, appealing to a broad consumer base beyond athletes.
And nobody gets...
We dominate the running shoe market, Sonny. 200 million running shoes, because that's what people do. They run. And when they walk, they wear running shoes. And when they go to the store, they wear running shoes. And when they go to work, they wear running shoes. That's what they do. People are starting to ask me what you do here.
Sonny refuses to back down. He insists that basketball holds untapped potential if only Nike would commit to it fully.
Yeah, just because you lose, it doesn't mean it wasn't a good bet. This perfect results bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
It is
It's not
bullshit.
bullshit. Those are the central principles that built this into a billion-dollar business.
I can't win if you don't give me a bankroll.
You have to be accountable. You're accountable. We're all accountable. I'm accountable to the board.
I told you not to go public. I told you this would happen. You get tight, you change. It just happens at every company.
Does it? All the companies you've taken
all
public.
they care
this
about is the P&L statement and keeping the board happy.
Phil, however, remains steadfast. Instead of engaging with Sonny's argument, he delivers a meandering philosophical monologue about the virtues of running, further frustrating Sonny. Determined to turn the tide, Sonny throws himself into research, studying the sports and marketing landscapes for inspiration. One evening, while watching television at home, he stumbles upon 2 broadcasts that capture his attention. The first features tennis legend Arthur Ashe endorsing a personalized racket, while the second shows an 18-year-old Michael Jordan hitting a game-winning shot during a North Carolina basketball game.
Michael Cooper, among other Lakers, has his own summer camp for youngsters, and if you're interested,
Sonny watches the replay intently. What strikes him isn't just the shot itself, it's the decision-making behind it. The ball wasn't passed to the season's star, James Worthy. It went to Jordan, the young phenom. This moment crystallizes Sonny's belief in Jordan's destined greatness. The next day, he excitedly presents his findings to Rob.
Now, watch.
This is the 1982 championship. The shot that Jordan makes. I've seen this. Everyone's seen this.
No, we've been looking at it wrong. Watch. Here's James Worthy, okay? #1 in his draft class, another guy we had no chance of signing.
Correct.
Why isn't he getting the ball? They're down by 1. There's under a half a minute to go. Why isn't the superstar getting the ball? Why is the ball going to the 18-year-old skinny freshman from Wilmington, North Carolina?
They probably drew up the play for Worthy, and Jordan was an option in case Worthy was covered.
Despite Sonny's fervor, Rob remains skeptical. He fails to grasp why Jordan is different from other talented players. Sonny argues passionately. Jordan isn't just another athlete. He's a generational talent who could redefine Nike's identity. But Rob resists, fearing that pursuing Jordan could trigger a bidding war with Adidas, leaving Nike empty-handed. Seeking an ally, Sonny turns to Howard White, who warns that convincing Phil will be an uphill battle.
Phil got $100 million and a life supply of them damn pink, nut-hugging jogging shots. The hell is he afraid of? Let's say you get Phil. How the hell you gonna get Michael? Michael is an Adidas guy. He loves Adidas. That's all he wear. Them badass warm-up suits, shell toe. Michael don't want to come to Nike batting that damn guy sitting in the bride patch.
Still, Sonny refuses to give up. He contacts David Falk, Jordan's agent, requesting a meeting. Falk immediately rebuffs him, stating Jordan has zero interest in Nike.
Sonny, world-class players don't wear third-rate shoes.
Just get me in the room.
Sonny has a friend. It's a waste of time. Off the record, even though UNC was a Converse school, Michael wore Adidas during practice. Put on Converse right before the game started. The second the final buzzer sounded, Adidas, back on.
Bullshit.
Ask team.
You said it was off the record.
I didn't say I had to tell him where you heard it.
In a desperate gambit, Sonny references Adidas's historical ties to the Nazi regime, suggesting that aligning with such a brand could harm Jordan's image. The comment infuriates Falk, who reveals Adidas has already offered Jordan $200,000, a staggering sum for a rookie. Seizing the opportunity, Sonny recognizes that if Nike can match or exceed that offer, they might have a chance. Returning to Phil Knight, Sonny makes a final appeal, reminding him of Nike's founding principle: dare to gamble and take risks. However, Phil remains hesitant, unwilling to commit without first meeting Jordan in person.
We already got the #1 pick. Who's next on the hit list?
Scoreboard.
What the fuck, guys? We're doing this?
I don't know. I mean, can we even get a meeting?
Rob?
Phil, you're signing off on this.
No, it's a stupid idea. I said, can we get a meeting? I'll call Falk.
Submit an offer, then we can talk meeting.
I can't do that.
Then I have no responsibility to inform my client.
This poses a dilemma since Falk has made it clear that Jordan's team will only engage with brands that have put forth official offers. Determined to make a connection, Sonny turns to George Raveling, the head coach of the U.S. Olympic basketball team and a close friend of Jordan. Raveling confirms that Jordan remains uninterested in Nike, dismissing their shoes as uncool. Even the prospect of bonuses and a dream car fails to sway him.
He did say if somebody was to buy him a red Mercedes 380 SL, he would sign a shoe contract for life with anybody, except Nike. There's nothing cool about Nike. Even what it means, Adidas, all day I dream about sex. Puma, please use my ass. Nike has no meaning.
Furthermore, although Jordan's college team is sponsored by Converse, he privately favors Adidas, training in their shoes before switching to Converse for official games. Realizing that Jordan's ultimate decision lies with his mother, Dolores Jordan, Sonny contemplates reaching out to her directly. Raveling warns him that this approach could jeopardize his job, but Sonny is willing to take that risk for a chance at success.
You bypass the agents and talk directly to the family, you're gonna lose your job.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm doing this 20 years. I've never had a feeling like this.
You know when you get a feeling? You know?
Yeah. You know what? Don't lose that.
Even if I get fired?
Traveling to North Carolina, Sonny receives a warm welcome from Jordan's father. Dad shook his hand, but Mom held the power. Dolores didn't just raise a legend, she negotiated like one. However, it soon becomes clear that Dolores is the true decision maker in the family.
You know, it's quite presumptuous of you to show up at my door. But I believe the saying that if you say what you want, that's fine and good, but doing something about it, that's what really counts.
Is he here?
He is. But you don't need to see him. It's not time for that. Where'd you get that name?
Before meeting Michael, Sonny must first win her over. He lays out his case. At Converse, Jordan would be just another name among greats like Johnson and Bird. At Adidas, the internal chaos following the founder Adi Dassler's passing could jeopardize his future. But with Nike, he would be the sole focus, the brand's undisputed face. This meeting results in backlash. David Falk is furious, chastising Sonny for his boldness.
You show up at the house? Hey, let me ask you something. Is everybody from Pennsylvania this stupid? I mean, are you trying to ruin your fucking career?
It's David Falk.
You show up at the house?
Well, you said it would be unprofessional to call.
That's real fucking fun. You know, my job is to protect Michael and his family from people like you. When you go around me, you make me look ineffectual. And if you end up signing him, it makes me look irrelevant. Now, that's the worst.
Yet, amidst the anger, he communicates crucial news. Michael Jordan has agreed to meet with Nike the following Monday. Back at Nike headquarters, Phil is furious, viewing Sonny's actions as a direct challenge to his authority. Nonetheless, with the meeting now arranged, he reluctantly allows Sonny to proceed.
Okay, you know, You did it? You got the meeting? You don't need a firm offer to prep a meeting.
So unless I give you the go-ahead Sunday night, you don't have a budget, a Michael Jordan line, or a firm offer to make on Monday.
So I'll think about it, and if I change my mind, I'll just cancel it.
I don't know how much more emphatically I can say this. If we don't make this deal, I don't know what my place is at this company.
Now aligned in their ambition, Sonny and Rob prepare eagerly for the encounter. In the creative department, Sonny demands the design of a prototype shoe that captures Jordan's charisma and individuality. Time is of the essence, and the design team has only a few days to produce something extraordinary.
I need a shoe, Pete.
I would assume as much.
I need the greatest basketball shoe that's ever been made.
How long do we have?
Monday.
Step into my office.
Meanwhile, Jordan attends his first endorsement meeting with Converse. As he watches advertisements featuring Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Julius Erving, Dolores begins to understand Sonny's perspective. It dawns on her that her son would never be their priority. He would always be an afterthought in the shadow of established stars.
Tradition and history are paramount at Converse.
You have an impressive roster. Best 3 players in the league in Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Julius Erving. But another way of looking at this is that the best Michael will ever be with you is number 4.
At Nike, Peter Moore, the lead designer, is hard at work finishing the prototype of the new basketball shoe that will be shown to the Jordan's family. However, despite his efforts, the design fails to impress.
No, they're too bland. They're just too white. Not enough color in there. I mean, the Bulls are red and black. Can you get more red in?
They literally are not permitted to be a single additional percentage point of red.
Is that true? What is the actual rule?
51% of the shoe has to be white.
The NBA has strict regulations that require players' shoes to be predominantly white, and unfortunately, Peter's initial design adheres too strictly to this guideline, lacking any unique flair or excitement. It is during this moment of frustration that a bold idea begins to take shape. What if they defy convention? Rob suggests a daring move, designing the shoe in a vibrant red inspired by the iconic Chicago Bulls. I think it's a genius marketing plan. As the team brainstorms, Peter comes up with an innovative name for the new shoe, Air. This name was originally intended for a different product, but it now seems perfect for the basketball shoe.
I've had one persistent obsession that I've harbored and nurtured in hopes of making the perfect basketball shoe. I've been trying to apply that to the sole line.
To enhance the brand's appeal even further, Peter decides to attach Michael Jordan's name to the shoe, thus giving birth to the legendary Air Jordan.
I thought it should be called Air Soul, but that's not it. This is it.
What is it?
Air Jordan.
This name will become synonymous with basketball excellence and style. Driven by their vision, Peter, Sonny, and Rob dedicate themselves to the project, working long hours at the office, often staying late and even coming in on weekends.
Look, I mean, if we're gonna make it, we gotta take risks.
Spoken like a man without a 7-year-old on Sunday afternoon.
They push their limits to prepare a compelling presentation ahead of the crucial meeting with Michael Jordan. After many late nights filled with meticulous attention to detail, Peter finally unveils the completed shoe design. The room fills with awe as the team gazes at the stunning creation.
It's natural. Like the shoe was always here. Like it always existed.
Right. Let's get the prototypes processed right away.
Meanwhile, on a Saturday, Michael Jordan's parents are meeting with representatives from Adidas, who are showcasing several shoe models in hopes of securing their son's endorsement.
Are these the only options for the shoes?
Well, the NBA has rules, but we have options, yes.
And I know this is a family business, but who makes the final decision?
Well, unfortunately, the family has suffered a tremendous loss. Keita is calling the shots now.
Yes, that's right.
It is collaborative, so.
Ja, aber am Ende muss ja jemand die Entscheidung treffen, nicht?
However, Michael's mother is not impressed with the designs presented by Adidas. She quickly realizes that the company lacks a clear decision-maker, which only confirms Sonny's earlier thoughts about Adidas's disorganization and inability to commit. Back at Nike's office on Sunday afternoon, Phil, the CEO, stops by and witnesses his team's unwavering dedication as they prepare for the upcoming meeting with Jordan. Without much hesitation, he inquires about the name of the shoe. Sonny responds with Air Jordan, the name that Peter had suggested the night before. Phil pauses for a moment, contemplating the choice, but immediately gives his approval.
I don't know.
Seriously?
Maybe it'll grow on me.
Full budget?
Yeah, full budget.
Well, how'd you come to that solution?
Went for a run.
With the meeting scheduled for the next day, the team spends the evening finalizing their offer and strategy, filled with confidence and anticipation. The following day at Nike's headquarters in Oregon, Michael Jordan and his parents are greeted warmly. As they settle down to discuss the contract offer, Dolores informs Sonny that Michael might seem disinterested since he feels pressure to attend this meeting.
He doesn't want to be here, but he will listen. He promised me that. You have our attention.
Thanks for making it happen.
True to her words, Michael appears disengaged as Sonny and Rob attempt to lighten the mood with jokes. It is not until Howard White steps in and he finally captures Michael's attention shortly afterward. Michael's interest is piqued when he lays his eyes on the prototype of the Air Jordan shoe.
We good?
Yep.
Take a look.
Bulls colors.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yeah. Here, let's get this out of here.
The bold red color matches perfectly with the Chicago Bulls jersey, and the excitement in the room grows. Furthermore, they propose to cover any fines Jordan might incur for breaking the NBA's color rules. Shortly after, Phil arrives fashionably late, deliberately projecting an image of busyness while ensuring he has enough time for this critical meeting.
I just was explaining for a second that I'm the CEO of this company and it's worth nearly $1 billion now. And I'm so extremely busy, it's almost impossible to imagine. But this meeting was so important. I told my secretary I wasn't going to miss this no matter what. That's how important this is. Go ahead, Sonny.
Rob begins the marketing presentation, outlining their media plans. But Sonny quickly senses that they need a different approach. Taking center stage, he delivers a passionate speech that resonates deeply with Michael and his family. Forget the PowerPoint, Sonny just hit them with the I have a dream of sneaker pitches. Sonny emphasizes that while other brands may offer money and fame, Nike aims to offer something much greater: eternity.
I'm gonna look you in the eyes and I'm gonna tell you the future. You were cut from your high school basketball team. You willed your way to the NBA. You're gonna win championships. It's an American story, and that's why Americans are gonna love it. But you know what? Once they've built you as high as they possibly can, they're gonna tear you back down. It's the most predictable pattern. We build you into something that doesn't exist, and that means you have to try to be that thing.
He asserts, shoes are just shoes until someone puts their foot in them. People may be forgotten, but they won't forget when Michael Jordan's name is on Air Jordan shoes. The Jordan family sits in stunned silence, absorbing Sonny's words. Seizing the moment, Phil hands over the official offer, the largest athlete contract Nike has ever proposed. Nike is on the hunt for a star, and they believe that Michael Jordan is the one they've been looking for.
Nonetheless, Nike has long been in search of its basketball star. We believe you are that star.
Well, thank you, Mr. Vaccaro, Mr. Knight.
Sonny's motivational speech profoundly impacts Dolores. She takes the contract and requests some time to consider it. The Nike team interprets this as a positive sign, believing they have successfully persuaded the superstar to choose Nike over Adidas.
Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know.
Sonny made an audible.
Way to go, Sonny.
What the f is that thing with the fines, by the way? It doesn't matter. I think we have them, and we just have to wait and see.
It's a hell of a speech. It was good. It was good.
Although Phil is slightly taken aback by Sonny's declaration about names fading over time, he respects the powerful message conveyed. As Nike's founder, Phil envisions his own legacy alongside legends like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The following days become an emotional roller coaster for Sonny and the team as they anxiously await Dolores' response. The uncertainty looms heavy. Will they successfully secure the deal? Or will destiny lead them down a different path? Finally, a call comes in, but it is from Howard White, not Michael Jordan. Howard, who has built a close relationship with Jordan's father, reveals crucial information. Adidas has countered Nike's offer, matching their terms and even adding a luxurious Mercedes 380 SL as an extra incentive.
Now, I talked to James, Michael Daddy, today. That's what he told me. And I don't think he accepted it yet, though, so we might still have time. That's why I wanted to give you the heads up, maybe make some moves.
No, I mean, this was the move. That was it.
Feeling disheartened, Sonny is overwhelmed by disappointment. He knows that Nike cannot outbid Adidas with a better financial offer. The thought of breaking this news to Rob weighs heavily on him, especially since Rob has been a staunch supporter of the project. The gravity of the situation makes Sonny question whether this is his final day at Nike, fearing the potential disbandment of the basketball division altogether. Then, in an unexpected twist, Dolores Jordan herself calls Sonny. With a quiet authority, she states that she has made the final decision regarding her son's career. Michael will sign with Nike. Overjoyed, Sonny listens as Dolores outlines her conditions. The original offer of $250,000 is accepted, along with a red Mercedes-Benz as a bonus.
Michael will accept the $250,000 salary guaranteed, and the shoe will be named for Michael and our family.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Mr. Vaccaro, don't sound so surprised.
No, great decision. You're not going to regret it, and I can give you my personal guarantee.
I'm not finished.
Sorry, go ahead.
However, she insists on additional terms for the contract. Dolores demands that Nike remain true to their message. Michael Jordan's name must be a prominent feature of their product. She further stipulates that all Air Jordan shoes must bear Michael's name and, most importantly, that her son receive a percentage of every Air Jordan sale. Sonny is taken aback. Such a request is almost unheard of in the world of athlete endorsements.
I'm sorry?
Not all Nike shoes, just the ones with his name on them.
Oh, Mrs. Jordan, so that's not how the business works at all. I mean, I understand the assumption, but the athletes get a licensing fee. In this case, obviously, a groundbreaking.
Dolores justifies her request by highlighting the immense pressure athletes face to constantly perform at their best to drive sales. She seeks a fair deal, one that benefits both Nike and Jordan. She reminds Sonny of his own words, "Shoes are just the shoes until someone puts their foot in them."
In order for young people, many not of real means, to want to go out and spend the money that they've worked all week, 2 weeks, at the mall for, then Michael has to create the meaning in that shoe. His name is on that shoe.
His likeness gets marketed by Nike.
No, his likeness, his name, is not in any way meaningful to Nike unless he scores 40 points a night, every night, beats Akeem as Rookie of the Year, makes All-Star and All-NBA team.
Okay.
You eat, we eat. That's all he's asking.
Although Sonny tries to negotiate, Dolores stands firm on her terms.
Now I'm going to put it to you plain once again. Michael will get $250,000 and a Mercedes-Benz that will be forgotten in a year. But he gets a piece of the revenue of the shoe and all future Air Jordan shoes. A shoe is just a shoe until my son steps into it.
Meanwhile, Phil anxiously awaits the final verdict. When Sonny delivers the news of Dolores' conditions, the team initially views it as a setback. However, to everyone's surprise, Phil is not deterred. Embracing the risk-taking spirit that built Nike, he instructs Sonny to accept the contract immediately.
We should do it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sonny. Thought you believed in this guy.
Well, of course I do.
You remember for the rules you break. Close the fucking deal. Hey, Sonny. That's how I built this company.
I get it, Phil.
With a sense of triumph, Sonny contacts Dolores to confirm that Nike will honor all her requests. They have successfully secured their target star. Moments later, he calls Rob into the office and proudly announces that they have signed Michael Jordan, marking the greatest contract in Nike's history.
Hey, everybody.
We just signed Michael Jordan!
Soon, the results exceeded all expectations. Phil's dream of generating $3 million in annual sales is shattered. Air Jordan earns an astounding $162 million in its first year alone. This incredible success transforms Nike's image almost overnight. Air Jordan becomes a global phenomenon, generating an average of $4 billion in annual revenue for Nike. Consequently, Michael Jordan enjoys a consistent passive income of approximately $400 million per year from Air Jordan sales alone. Following the success of the first Air Jordan, Peter Moore develops a groundbreaking new logo, a silhouette of Michael Jordan in midair captured during a layup. This partnership between Nike and Michael Jordan revolutionizes the concept of athlete endorsements, creating a blueprint that continues to shape the industry and inspire future generations of athletes and marketers alike. This remarkable journey not only elevates Michael Jordan to iconic status, but also cements Nike's position as a leading force in the sports industry, forever changing the game of basketball and the world of athletic endorsements.